You bought the DJI Osmo Action 6 to film your motorcycle rides, but you quickly realize the camera alone isn't enough. You need some accessories to really get the most out of it, and it's easy wasting money buying the wrong stuff. So here's what I actually use and what's worth buying. Starting off with the chin mount for your motorcycle helmet. If you want real motorcycle POV, this one is a must-have. It puts the camera where your eyes are so the footage feels natural and immersive. I tried filming with a chest mount before I actually bought the chin mount, and I have to say the footage is just way too boring and I don't like the angle. The chin mount simply gives you the best angle for riding footage. The brand doesn't really matter, to be honest, it's just a 3D printed piece of plastic with a strong adhesive. I went with chin mounts because they had it designed specifically for my motorcycle helmet, so this way I can still use the ventilation system. Next up is the DJI battery case. You get one battery when purchasing the camera, and that's just not enough for me. I use the Osmo Action as a dashcam for making videos and on motorcycle trips. I don't want to stop riding and wait 20 minutes for my battery to charge. And if you're anything like me and forget to charge your battery sometimes, having a few spare batteries and a case that charges everything simultaneously makes a huge difference. So this one improves your workflow, but the next accessory actually improves your image quality as well. These are ND filters. They're basically sunglasses for your camera. On a motorcycle, they're what makes your footage feel fast and immersive. In bright daylight, the camera pushes the shutter speed way too high to limit how much light hits the sensor. That makes every frame look sharp, and that kills the natural motion blur that we need. So the ride ends up looking slow and unnatural. ND filters reduce the incoming light so we can bring the shutter speed down to a natural level. A simple rule of thumb is setting your shutter speed at double your frame rate. Doing this without ND filters will almost certainly overexpose your footage. You get 3 strengths, ND8, ND16 and ND32, depending on how bright it is outside. I bought ND filters for my GoPro before, so I ordered them for this camera immediately. If you care about how your footage is gonna look while riding, this is a must-have. Alright, we have a camera to film with, we have some batteries to keep it charged up, and we have some ND filters against the sun, but if you're actually planning on filming as well, you're gonna need an SD card. The Osmo Action 6 has about 50 GB of internal storage, which is good for 1080p, but not nearly enough if you're filming in 4K. That is why I use a 256 GB micro SD card, and that's been more than enough for me. I actually filmed my entire motorcycle trip series on this single card without any issues. I don't really like switching SD cards mid-trip because it sometimes just takes a while to put them on my SSD, and that way it just gets messy and I just don't know where my files are at and I end up deleting stuff on accident. But honestly, maybe that's just a personal problem. Whatever card you use, make sure it's V30 rated so it can handle long continuous 4K recordings. Now moving on from camera storage to storing your camera. If you're carrying ND filters, batteries, SD cards, mounts, things get messy fast without some kind of organization. I use this bag for my GoPro with this DIY cutout and this silky pouch if I wanted a lighter setup, but I recently switched over to the ones that Telesin sent me. I've got a small bag and a medium bag that helps me keep everything in one place. This video isn't sponsored, it's my own honest opinion. They see this video after it's been uploaded. I just accepted their offer because I think they have nice products and I actually use this as well. So let's start off with the small bag. In the small bag I've fitted my camera. I also have the J mount, I have the magnetic mount and a screw in there. You can also fit in some batteries and a SD card or something like that. It's a small but compact setup and I like it, it's nice. Instead of that silky pouch. So this is what I take with me in the medium-sized bag. You've got the DJI Osmo Action 6, you've got the magnetic mount, the DJI Mark III, and there you have the clip for the DJI Mark III, and this is a J-hook, the 3 ND filters, and up top we've got a battery case, and this way it can still close because you can't fit too much up there, it's not that spacious. But it's a nice bag. The only gripe I have about this is that the material is a little hard, it's not that soft, so how much impact dampening is there? Well, I think enough because the case is pretty sturdy. However, I would have liked a little bit of a softer interior design for the bag. And this way I always know where my gear is, no digging through my backpack or forgetting stuff on filming days. And just as important, it keeps your camera and accessories from bouncing around and getting damaged. And staying on the topic of protection, I actually damaged my camera. A silicone case like this probably would have been enough to prevent that. It adds a simple layer of protection against scratches and small impacts. It's one of those things you don't really think about until it's too late. Now let's talk about audio, because you may not only want nice riding footage, maybe you also want to motovlog. The internal microphone on the camera isn't going to cut it on a motorcycle. Between engine noise and wind noise, your voice doesn't stand a chance.
Here is Lac Blanc, beautiful lake.
That's where the 3.5mm adapter comes in. It lets you use an external microphone, and I pair it up with the Rode Lavalier Go. It has a Kevlar reinforced cable, which is the same material used in motorcycle gear, so it can handle some abuse. I've been using this mic for over a year and it's still holding up perfectly. Just make sure to use the original Rode wind muff, otherwise you still get bad clipped audio. This one is specifically designed for this microphone. But if you want something easier, the DJI Mic 3 is the cleanest and perhaps the best option. No cables, it's quick to set up and very useful if you're switching between riding and talking off the bike. The lavalier mic is more reliable and traditional, and it's just useful because you don't have to think about battery life. But I find myself reaching out for the DJI Mic 3 more and more. It keeps the camera waterproof, it's a cleaner look, the noise cancellation is really nice, so you get really good audio quality, maybe even better than the lavalier mic. So yeah, this thing is super convenient. Another popular accessory, the selfie stick. This one really depends on what you're planning to do with your camera. I usually hand vlog when I'm off the bike and that works fine, but you do struggle with certain shots. Walking shots with the group, wider angle shots, or just capturing simple B-roll is difficult sometimes. A small selfie stick makes those shots easier without needing a huge tripod. The ball head also helps a lot because you can quickly set up the exact angle you want instead of relying on whatever surface is around you. Because it's small and lightweight, it's also easy to bring along when traveling or on vacation, and it just helps adding variety to your content or footage without overthinking it. And a nice bonus of the selfie stick is that you can film in natural white instead of super wide, and super wide makes everything a little bit more distorted. However, natural white is a lot more beautiful for just landscape photography and filming. So when you're on the go, you don't have such a big forehead, you know. Also with the handheld filming, you can clearly see my arm in the shot and it's just not that nice of a look. It's not essential on every ride, but if you want more flexibility, this thing is pretty useful. The last accessory isn't really a motorcycle accessory, it's a travel accessory. But if you have a camera like the DJI Osmo Action 6, it makes sense to use it off the bike as well. This cage makes handheld filming feel a lot more natural. You've got solid grip, an elastic strap for your hand, and the cage offers an extra layer of protection. This is honestly the quickest grab and shoot setup. I'm someone who doesn't have enough storage in my iPhone, so this cage would really improve my experience using the Osmo Action 6 as my main camera for my regular vacations. You can also pair it up with the Telesin mag film light, which is surprisingly useful and cool. It's a magnetic RGB light that gets quite bright and gives a nice vibe for your photos. And to be honest, I'm using it right there. It's that red light. That's my full setup for filming my motorcycle rides with the DJI Osmo Action 6. I've got the links to the accessories in the description down below. They're affiliate links, so if you buy something, you help support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And if you like honest reviews, riding content, motorcycle trips, drop a subscribe and hit that bell notification. And with that being said, I want to say thank you very much for watching and see you guys in the next one.